I apologize if this entire video is not like the best formatted. I've been trying to figure out how to actually format this for like a while now, and I haven't really been able to, so that's why this video is the way it is. I apologize. Hello, so I just thought I'd do a sort of video update about the whole desktop situation, which, if you haven't been on my Instagram, I officially sort of have a desktop now. So I just thought I'd just go down the line of everything I got in that relates with it, and just, yeah. First is Logitech's G715 mechanical keyboard, which I honestly enjoy the sound of it. Like, it satisfies my ears, and just the battery life is very long. Like, since using it for like a month, I've only had to charge it once, and I've been using it like fairly a lot, so like I feel like that's weird but really cool. So yeah, and it is very sort of, for a keyboard, I feel like it is more on the heavier side, but the stands are great, and its back sort of lighting is honestly pretty, and just suits it in general, in my opinion. I like how this is the sort of volume. I like that because I fairly change my volume just a lot depending on whatever. And it came with this sort of armrest, which is honestly mainly the only reason why I even considered getting this keyboard, and it is fairly comfortable. I've been using it when this is open, because that happens more often than it should. But yeah, I've been using that, and it just feels honestly nice. But yeah, this keyboard is, this one, at least in my case, is connected with Bluetooth and USB. But they do have one that's wired, and just, yeah. Next, we are going to talk about the mouse and mouse pad. This is just a basic ergonomical mouse I sort of got on Amazon, and it is connected with USB and Bluetooth, the connection, I've had no issues with it in general, and just, it feels very nice to use. Like, I honestly genuinely enjoy using it. And the mouse pad I also got from Amazon, because I wanted to get something that was outside of doing everything serious on this. Just in general, I wanted to have something that wasn't, just so that I would not like stress about. Just like not stress, and just like this helps a lot. Like, I enjoy it. So the next thing I want to talk about is Logitech's G435 Lightspeed headphones, which the audio quality is amazing. I've enjoyed them in general. Like, as a glasses user, a person who wears glasses, I mean, having headphones that like don't like kill your ears and stuff is very important, and I feel like I haven't had that issue very much. And just, I love the color scheme. I've been told that it reminds people of the bisexual pride flag, which I appreciate. But yeah, this can be connected with Bluetooth or USB, at least the one I got. I got this at half price because it was a sale on Amazon, so yeah, and I needed new headphones anyway, so yeah. My one thing about it is, I just didn't understand how to like switch devices on Bluetooth, and I just wish they were more clear about that, and like had something that actually like said in the box like how to actually do that and not just on the box. I had to find it out on the Amazon listing. I just feel like Logitech could have been just more clear about that personally, but that's my opinion. In general, I enjoy these headphones without a doubt, and I haven't been really distracted like by outside noise or anything while wearing them. And as a person who edits and does computer creative work, maybe even for a living at some point, that is very much important, and I appreciate that. On to the organizer sort of area, which, yeah, is sort of in between, I guess, on top of like the stand thing that comes with, that is with the monitor, which is the monitor. I don't know how to properly say that. I'm trying. Yeah, no. I thought I could get actually here. There we go. I just wanted to show what I was talking about for that. But anyways, I got this on Amazon, and I just wanted a basic organizer for stuff that I would need or basically use just for a monitor sort of thing. I've been just putting random stuff like post-it notes and just whatever I might need for a day just in the sides. But what mostly I've been using it for is basically putting my drives on the side, because I do use drives for creative work, and sometimes they do take a lot of memory. It has happened. But it comes with this drawer thing, which I've been using for my Wacom tablet, which I needed this for a class, but this part of the class sort of fell through. Like, we found out the first day that we wouldn't even like be using it unless we wanted to, but I have been using it sort of on the side just whenever I honestly wanted to, and I've had a good experience. Like, this is actually, like, it's actually really good. Like, if you're into that, I don't know, I haven't decided which is better in terms of like digital art yet, but I like both the mouse and the keyboard, not the keyboard, the mouse and the Wacom tablet. So, yeah. Anyways, in my drawer, I have just the pills I need to take, slime to like de-stress, lotion, timer with a battery that's magnetized to it. I don't know why. More computer battery, more camera batteries, memory sort of cards, notepad, a screen cleaner, which the one I have, I got on Amazon, and it's fairly good. I actually don't really have issues with it. Post-it notes. This came with the keyboard to connect it to USB-C if that's your cup of tea, which not really mine. I just like having the option. My mic, an extra drive, which I haven't decided what I'm actually going to use it for yet. My card reader, a basic micro USB cable, which only connects to the Wacom tablet, so it's good to just have one there. My mic pieces, and like a sort of solo remote, which I haven't used in a while, but it's there. And just Bobby. So that is pretty much everything in terms of the organizer, which I will leave a link to, I will leave Amazon links to all of these in the description for those that are interested. And just, yeah. Also, when I first got this, I did not notice that it had a thing for like a tablet or like anything, which I haven't just personally been using it because I've just been focused on my work sort of up here because I just needed to. But yeah, it holds my Switch very steady and held my iPad very steady. So yeah, for Amazon, it seems very just well made. Like for like an Amazon sort of like thing, because like normally like Amazon furniture in general is just crap. Let's be honest. But this one is honestly fairly like strong. I did try to put the monitor up at first because I couldn't decide if I wanted to do it like have it like this or have the monitor on top. But I like this better. It feels more sturdy and just secure in general, and I like that, especially with a monitor like this. So yeah. So I just want to say that this crevasse here really has kept like my keyboard just well maintained and just honestly clean. Just in general, like that's what I've been using it for, and I haven't really had like dust, at least noticeably, so I personally appreciate that. So yeah. So I just use a basic USB port from Amazon, which I've seen ones that match the sort of display or like the monitor, but they're just expensive and I don't like that personally. So yeah, this is Apple's 600 mini sort of computer, which I probably messed up the name of, so I'll fix that in post, you'll see. This is what I've been using for the computer part, and the monitor is Apple's newest monitor, the Apple Studio, which the display is honestly amazing. Like, oh my god, I enjoy it. Like, and like the audio is just, yeah. But we'll get to all of that. So, anyways, the computer is with USB. It's connected to my mouse and keyboard. It is connected to an outlet, as well as the monitor, and the monitor is just connected to the outlet as well as the computer and the USB hub, which is connected to my drives. So yeah, let's talk about the monitor. The screen quality is amazing. Just the boot times in general are just great. Like, they've actually been fairly quick, and I hope it stays that way because Adobe is kind of just not fun with that, without a doubt, from what I've noticed. But everything else in general, outside of Adobe, in terms of programs, has so far been good and just fast loading, and I appreciate that. But yeah. So without any audio equipment, I called a friend via FaceTime, and she said that my audio was basically great, and I heard her really well too, and just there was no sort of connection issues, which I thought, because normally I have that even with like in my own house, so like make it make sense. But I haven't had that with this, and I appreciate that, honestly. So with headphones and just the speaker that I've been using in general, I've heard that with this monitor and stuff, there's something called interference. Okay, even though I've used this once, this speaker once, via Bluetooth with the monitor and stuff, there wasn't any interference on my end, so I don't know if that's just a defective studio monitor for someone else, but that sort of thing did not happen with me, at least so far. And just same with the headphones, I haven't had any audio interference or anything, and that's just great. I appreciate that as someone who edits all of this stuff. So yeah, I want to talk about some of the decision making part of it, because there was definitely some very important factors that went into all of this, sort of just in general. I am a graphic design major, as you've probably seen or heard by now. I am a junior in college, even though yes, the Windows laptop that I've been using, the ThinkPad, which you've probably seen your teacher use, let's be honest. Even though yes, there are no issues with that, I just didn't like the idea that I was slouching a lot, because I was slouching I would be slouching basically for hours on end, like editing, working, just in general, and that's just not good in the long run. And I've had literally lower back issues because of that sleeping. So I just didn't want to I wanted to try to sort of take steps to sort of not basically make that as worse as it honestly can be. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use the laptop for. I'm gonna be honest, because I just been doing everything from my desktop, wherever I can. So that's still up for debate. I just might have it on next to my bed for late night gaming sessions if I actually am gonna do that, because I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I might do a separate video just on that, whatever happens with that, because there's just a lot of things in the air of that right now. So yeah. Who I reached out to in terms of deciding for Windows or Mac in terms of graphic design was one of my associate professors at my university, and she said basically that Macs were better with that in terms of industry standard and all of that, which I honestly know nothing about, I admit. Even though yes, I could have looked online, I wanted to hear from like someone I kind of know and trust who is in the field, sort of, that knows about this honestly more than online. And I found her information honestly to be helpful. Like, her input was honestly helpful in my opinion. And yeah. But also in terms of specs, like the specific monitor and all of that, my family and I sort of reached out to a family friend who literally knows more about this than we do, and understands this more than we do. And that's especially and I especially appreciate that sort of, because Apple just tends to like do sort of planned obsolescence and just how long they sort of devices last. Like, there's definitely a lawsuit about that in terms of iPhones, I feel like. So like, having someone who understands that more and their input is honestly valuable, because I didn't want to like spend money where I didn't need to or have to because of that sort of. So yeah. But this in general, I know I probably seem like unappreciative or any of that sometimes about this, but I do appreciate this, and I know that like all of this is a privilege that I sometimes take for granted, but I still honestly always appreciate it one way or another. So yeah. Also, before plugging in the computer or any of that, when the monitor came in, it came in with the USB-C cable, which is a computer connected to it basically. But before the computer part came in, I tested it on my phone to see if it would even like turn on or just do anything in general. And what it did was it just showed sort of three dots and then turned off, which I just wanted to see if any of it worked in general, because I feel like the sooner you know that stuff, the better. And that was just a sign for me, and just yeah, the, just the quality of everything's actually amazing. Like like it's been a month and like I've calmed down about it, but I'm also still like, holy hell, it's like just amazing. Like, oh my god. So yeah, this is pretty much a desktop sort of update about everything. If you guys have any questions, I would do that for a separate video. I just didn't want to make this video too long because there's a lot of this information that I feel like I'm throwing at you guys for all of this. But yeah. Hello. So post production sort of Susan here. After recording that, I had to get a card reader that actually worked with the desktop and everything, because the one I had, I thought I could just plug it in and use it, but no. Because it works with USB-C and not even like the lightning sort of cable thing, which I'm honestly surprised by because that's like Apple sort of thing. So I got that, and that came in, and it basically has a USB micro SD or SD and just a regular sort of memory card inputs that you can just put like your memory card in for like footage and stuff, which I did, and that worked. Like all of the footage on its own was fine in terms of from the camera to the card reader and desktop, but I had to encode it, which I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. I apologize. I had to encode my footage from AVI to MOV, which is just the normal format I've been using, kind of. So I had to encode it to 1080p, which I don't know what that means. And which I'm going to look into, but like if anyone wants to chime in just for other people, feel free. But I had to basically do that, and that made my footage work from my camera to desktop. And just, yeah. I've been using Adobe Premiere Rush for the very first time because it comes with my student package. So, and I've so far had a good experience. I haven't exported, and I don't know how long that's gonna take, so that's gonna be interesting. But so far I'm having a good experience in that regard. But the captions in terms of like what you see on the video, like because I type those out sometimes, I don't know how the quality of that's gonna be, so bear with me because I'm still learning all of this. I'm fairly new to like Adobe Premiere, so yeah. But I just wanted to give a sort of update in that regard because that was new and came after after recording. So yeah. For anyone who wants a visual of what I was talking about, this is the new sort of card reader. It's great. It works with USB-C, and I can probably use it with my phone. So I think that's kind of nice. So yeah, I decided to attempt to record a visual for like people that are confused as to what I was talking about in terms of like editing processes and stuff. So let's just say I'm doing this video, for example. I just sort of right click and go to encode selected video files. And when that pops up, I would just click sort of this just to 1080p because I know that that's what my camera does personally. But that's what I do. This video is already encoded, so I'm not going to. But yeah, there's a visual for those that were wondering. So yeah, and the wallpapers are just random stuff from like my iPad. So don't even judge me. And Haley Sign sounds awesome. So fight me, I don't care. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good summer and just stay and just enjoy outside however way you want to. Even if it's just taking a nap on like a blanket outside. Enjoy it. So yeah. Also, what the fuck is that thing? What the hell? So yeah, just deuces.